gentlemen, and welcome back to Humanity Never Dies. In the last episode, we began with a clearing of the Lost on a council mission, which went beautifully thanks to the introduction of our legacy plasma weaponry at the hands of Grey. Once back at the Avenger, we completed the training for our PSYOP, as well as several key research and upgrades. A brief back and forth with the Aliens Avatar project, as well as Van der Voort being captured, we decided to go and assault the facility in Europe. The mission started well, but we were surprised by the appearance of the Archon King. Despite a heavy push from him, which caused heavy damage to our troops, Farlogo devastated the creature with an execution and paved the way towards our victory. Leaving far in our wake, we continue on. We returned from the chaos that was the last mission with a beautiful loss of Avatar project squares, so it's down to half regulation, which is really good. So we've got plenty of time basically to just faff around for a bit. We're going to focus on this episode really to try and conquer one of the Chosen, because we really need to at this point. We get ourselves a heavy weapon, and before that actually we get a council mission, so get a bunch of supplies, which is really nice, as well as quite a bit of intel for only 9 enemies. That's exactly what we're going to be doing then. We're going to be heading off to get ourselves some more stuff. Kind of puts a little pause in our work to get the Chosen. We're going to be taking the following group: Grey, Xiaolong, Floyd, Chen, Vemo and Engen. We'll see how well they do on this mission.
If possible, dead if necessary. Menace 1-5, target location confirmed. Move to engage. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
So we begin this mission. It's a kill all capture enemy VIP mission, so we're just going to have a look at what it is. We can see that we've got the extraction zone as well, not too far off, so what we're going to be doing is a lot of movement to get ourselves into position. There will be quite a little bit of editing in this first little part of this mission. The reason why that is because there's going to be a lot of moving into position, because the enemy don't show up for quite a while, and it takes us, we've got 12 turns to get into position, so you'll see that happening as it goes. First off, we're just going to do our standard movements up onto this first roof. We're pretty lucky. I really like the city maps, these ones and the ones with the Lost in, just because of the difference in height elevation, which I think I've mentioned already in the previous episode, this game does height really, really well. Something that the first game didn't really do as good, I didn't feel, but this game does very good. So, we're going to start off by moving the entire unit up into this area. I think the only person who's not going to follow up is going to be Floyd, who we're going to be taking out to one side, because he's got shadow, which is better. Or are we? Ooh, interesting. Everyone on top of the roof. Oh, well, prove me wrong, past me. We've also obviously taken our site operative for this mission for the first time. He has access to Null Lance, Dominate and Soulfire, I believe, which are pretty good. So as you can see, there's a little cut there as we moved on to the building that is just next to the one that we were just on, which is this one, and we're going to get Floyd to just rush up, and we spot our first enemies. So we've got a Gatekeeper, and I think 2 Spectres are there as well as seeing the VIP. So quite dangerous, quite deadly. We're going to move the squad forward. We're going to move up a little bit further there. So as you can see, a whole another turn has passed at this point, and we're just going to continue moving our guys around. We spot more of the enemies at patrol. I think that was 2 Advent Troopers, or it might be an Advent Trooper, a Shield Bearer and an Officer. We're going to keep moving, and further along, continue a bit further along in the same turn for this one. Get Floyd to go all the way around the back, go up this tower and spot another squad of enemies there, which is 2 Codexes and a Spectre. So that having been done, going to see what else the enemies are going to do. Doesn't seem to be much more. We're going to start and think about what we're going to be doing. So with Floyd, now that we've got enemies all over ourselves, I'm looking to see if I can remote start. There is actually a massive explosion that can happen there. do damage, but not to all of them. It misses one of them, so I don't think it's worth it. However, a good, well-placed claymore could be a good idea at this stage, and that's what I'm going to be throwing out. So I decide whether or not I want to throw the claymore into the northern enemies or the southern ones. Currently I'm just looking around to see what my shots are like, but I do decide to throw a claymore. So that one will be really good. It's going to reduce the armor, and that's kind of what I really want to make sure to get right, because armor is important. And then I can just move the rest of my guys to have a good shot. Sadly, unable to use the grenade launcher, but I can use the rocket launcher, which will become very powerful later on. Allows me to put everyone into Overwatch at the stage. I've got Grey and Vimo on the building there. I've got Engen around the side. He's got a potential Soul Lance, which is Null Lance, which is pretty good, as well as an EMP bomb, which probably would be better. But that's not what I'm going to throw. So it's all good, because what we're going to do instead is we're going to throw our rocket launcher, which is going to shred armor, which I feel like is a better idea at this point. And that's when we actually start combat. Lots of damage done, lots of shredding done, beautiful damage in general. We actually managed to kill off one of the Spectres straight away with the rocket launcher plus shrapnel. Or at least I think we did. Still a health bar over there. All the enemies get activated, and they're just going to run around and get a shot from Overwatch. So 10 damage done by the plasma shotgun on Grey. And Vimo's got ability to do other stuff. So we've got Whip Blast potential, 58%. It's high 40s, low 50s, so it's not great, but it's a free action, so might as well use it. Actually miss the officer. Could have been a really good kill if it had hit, but never mind. You've got Justice ability, 93% to get the trooper up there, which is exactly what we're going to do. It'll get him out into the open. It also means we can slash at him. Slash. Oh, it sets him on fire. Nice. And he still has an action, so we can go around and shoot something. He's not going to take it yet, though. I'm going to try and do something maybe with the Null Lance or the Soulfire. 77% chance to hit with a general shot. He does still have an EMP bomb. That's actually not a bad shout. So that's exactly what's going to happen. For an EMP bomb, that will take out the Spectre, as well as doing 10 whole damage to the Gatekeeper, as well as stunning it. Floyd is still out of, still in concealment. He's got ability to sting. I decide to go for the VIP because I don't need to capture her. I just need to kill or capture. Although that having been done later in the thing, I decide, oh, it's probably just best to capture. I mean, what do I lose in the process? Xiaolong is going to fire her sniper, killing the trooper that's up there.
Gotta admit, taking us on took some guts.
Very
Charging
good
in without thinking was a good way to lose.
And then Vima's going to shoot down 11 damage and destroying that. Also unlocking the major promotion with his blue screen rounds. He gets shot at, or he gets aimed at by the officer, which elicits a reaction fire, and then the officer goes into Overwatch, as does the trooper. And because the two Codexes and Spectre were not actually active, they don't move. Xiaolong shoots around, killing completely the commander from the side. Very good shot from her. And then we can just aim at this trooper over there. So 40% chance or a grenade could be thrown, but we do also have the ability to slash it. So that's, I think, what Grey is going to go for. She does have Shadow Step, so she can't trigger Overwatch. It also means that it will reduce this guy's Overwatch when he gets hit, which he does, as well as being set on fire. Leaving him there probably wouldn't be the worst thing. And again, he's going to go around the side. He's got the possibility of Null Lancing, although it doesn't quite have the range. So he's, for now, just going to go into Overwatch. Floyd is not going to do much more, I don't think. He might go into... might do just a random shot. Shooting a Codex probably isn't the best idea because they'll split into multiple versions. So it might just be a good idea to rush down with the rest of the troops and potentially attack then later down the line. So they move on that side. We've got 56% chance with Vemo. Might as well take it. No, not going to take it. What's he going to do? Is he going to attempt to activate? Or is he going to go around the side to try and take the VIP? Probably a good idea. So it breaks down the window, goes towards the VIP. Doesn't trigger any of the enemies. Manages to subdue.
Status
So that's all
confirmed.
done there.
Target package in custody.
Got a remote start, but they've nothing really in the general direction, so he's just going to go into Overwatch. On the alien turn, we've got a Blade Storm incoming, which successfully dispatches that trooper. So we're all safe for now. There's just those 2 codexes and the Spectre, which has yet to be activated, as well as some reinforcements coming in from that side.
Heading in 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
So what Vemo is going to do is he's going to drag up the VIP and take us straight away to the evac zone, which is probably a very good idea to do. And then once that's done, he's going to escape and evac to complete our mission from there. So all we need to do now is extract the rest of the Xcom units. We've got 4 turns to do so. That's exactly what we are going to do.
Copy that.
Engin's going to retreat first, get himself into a good position over there, and Floyd is also going to do the same. So, to an extent, I haven't activated those codexes or the Spectre, and I don't know whether or not that's a mistake from my behalf.
This ought to be good.
You'll see why. Well, basically, the reinforcements are going to come in and we're going to kill them, or we're going to attempt to kill them anyway. But because I've not activated those, that's 3 kills that we don't get any experience for, because I'm not going to go for them. So I feel like that's possibly a mistake looking back on it. Reinforcements come in, got a shield bearer, a trooper and a advanced mech. Oh, it's not a trooper, it's a stun lancer.
I know where you are.
We're going to have some Overwatch shots coming in. Shredding the armor, but it is dodged. Or not dodged good enough though, as Grey just puts him down. Shield bearer is going into an animation free spree. Tee-hee. Gotta love these. Doesn't look like Xiaolong actually got any Overwatch from there, but she does get a good shot. If only Floyd wasn't in the way, which he won't be in a minute. Actually, I can remote start it. Oof. Only gets 1 dude, but 12 damage. Can't say no to that. Look at that, beautiful. Put him on 1 health. It doesn't even... Floyd is not even spotted from that. Just going to get extracted. Got a pistol shot, 62%. Probably not worth taking. Probably should move Chen before I do this, some of that firing. There is also a mech on Overwatch, which is important to remember. You can fire a plasma grenade at him.
Whatever you say.
Potentially. There's a lot of jostling around for movement. 59% chance, shoots, hits critically the Advent mech, which doesn't do any damage, or doesn't kill it, but does damage. Got a potential for a null lance, which isn't really useful, but we can soulfire, which will ignore the, I believe, psychic energy ignores armor. It does indeed. Doing 6 damage, killing him off for a first kill from Engin. Not bad at all. And then we got a sniper shot against heavy mech. Shooting it and killing it.
You're pretty good. Just not as good as me.
I can handle that.
So, Chen manages to go out there and he can go and evac.
I'm on it.
With 3 turns left on the clock. And a bit of lag apparently. Oh, hello. That was weird. Oh, I went into Overwatch anyway. So, alien activity. The 2 codexes and the Spectre don't really do anything more. We've got some loot that expired. Sadly, I did not go for that. But I can get the rest of my troops to go into the evac zone. And we can finish the mission there. So I do miss out on that 3 kill experience. I don't know whether or not it's too much of a loss at this point. It's probably best that I don't lose any troops. I've got 2 turns to go. Like, I'm okay with this. But yeah, we completed the mission pretty successfully. Well, actually very successfully. Only losing a little bit of health here and there. From Vemo, I think.
Excellent.
Oh no, it was flawless. We literally lost no health at all. But regardless, Xiaolong doing pretty good. Leveling up, getting herself long watch. Oh, that would explain why she didn't get that Overwatch shot on the mech. And we've got Major rank for Vemo, who gets a chance between Reckoning, which gives him the slash ability, or Waylay, which can take as many shots as remaining actions on an Overwatch, and both of these are really good. I'm going to go for the slash ability. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's just because it allows you to use slash without having to wait.
The aliens' efforts
So,
today,
pretty good.
Commander. Impressive work.
Now we can just return to our generalness. We can put Engen back in the training, get himself a Void Rift, and then we can move on. Got a lot of things to do. In general, we've got a bunch of supplies, so what we're going to do is we're going to expand our laboratory facilities, as well as our comms facilities. I believe we also upgrade, mostly because we don't have the Illyrium crystals or the supplies to upgrade the psionic lab, but we definitely do for the resistance comm.
Resistance communications.
It also means that we can
upgraded.
keep using those huge amount of engineers we just have lying around, which is pretty funny. So moving on, that's good. We've got a reduced contact cost, which isn't too bad of a thing, but we are going to just focus on the heavy weaponry for now. We've got 13 potential contacts with that upgrade, so that pretty much covers the entire map, I believe. We get some intel. That was 82 intel from that. We've got 205 intel in general. That's pretty crazy, but I think we're going to go for an autopsy at this point.
Presumably, the name chrysalid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction. Although rumors have long prevailed about the existence of zombies created as a byproduct of the chrysalid gestation, recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species.
So with that research on the go, we can continue with our activities. As I said at the beginning of the episode, we're going to try and go for the chosen strongholds. We complete one of our race suits. I mean, that means we've got 2 of them. A cover op has been completed. This is the one where we managed to get a promotion, which I feel went to the wrong person, looking back on things. Never mind it. I mean, getting a specialist up, I guess it's because we don't actually have a high level specialist. I think Motoral is literally the highest level specialist that we've got. Let's say motorist. So I understand to an extent, like getting from captain to major is still a big step. I feel like we could have gone with a colonel though. That would have given us, would have unlocked 1 or 2 more things, as well as given us access to the highest of the level upgrades for either Lau or McEwen. It really would have been a good idea to do that. But never mind. These things happen. So we're going to go around. We're going to see what Motoral can upgrade to. So it gives us the ability of having covering fire or threat assessment. It just upgrades him to captain as well. It's not even that big of a upgrade. I felt like Far Logo would have been a better choice. She would have got herself to major, or I think she's got major now. But I don't know. I feel like that was a poor decision for what would have been a really good free upgrade. He does manage to get wounded in the process, but hey. Knowledge increase with the Warlock. That's actually almost heavily done there. Bond training completes level 3 for Lau and McEwen, which is also a very good upgrade. And yeah, apparently we're just going to wait around for a bit. Moving the mouse. What are we going to decide to do? What are you doing? Black marketing. Interesting. What am I trying to do? I know I've got low supply level, but why? I've also got really low income level in general. I've got a lot of intel though, so I guess that's probably not a bad thing. Actually, there's no... yeah, some more crystals, that's not a bad choice. There's no supply ones. I guess we've not had a council, like the fortnight period where we get paid hasn't happened yet, so it hasn't reset any of the black market deals or anything. So that's probably why there's nothing showing up at the moment.
What can I do for you, Commander?
What am I trying to do? I'm trying to see what I can build. Interesting. The Viper corpses, yes, we know from last episode that the Viper corpses are an issue. Mostly because you need them to get nano med kits in the first place, and we haven't come across a lot of Vipers since the Viper King issue. So yes, we've got facility potentials, we've got strongholds, which is what I really want to go for. We need to take down one of these chosen. Actually, they give us Vipers as well, so that's not a bad choice in the slightest to go for that. Especially the Warlock is probably the best one to go for. Warlock or Hunter. To be fair, either of the three would have been a really good choice. So I'm thinking at the moment, looks like we're going to be doing the Warlock. It's going to be nice. So we're going to look at our troops in general to see what we can take on this mission. So it's going to be quite a dangerous mission. It goes in two parts. As you'll see, there's a part where you've got the main getting to the stronghold base, and then the actual fight against the Chosen at the end. So we can take Lau and McEwen, make our utility available, and just make everything as available as possible. This is the thing that you don't usually see, is me going through everything. So I'm trying to look around, and as you can see, a lot of my troops are actually wounded at the moment, so although I really wanted to do this attack, I'm not really in a position where I can do that. All my strongest troops are wounded, so we can't do it yet. And I'm going to choose to delay it for a moment, just to get them all healed up. What's luckily is they're all getting healed up, you can see on the bottom left. We complete that Chrysalid Autopsy, gives us the Hellweave. And we're going to go for another autopsy. For this one, we're going to be going for the Spectre.
Referred to by our troops in the field simply as a Spectre, it has so far been difficult to ascertain by what means this being is able to shift forms from a solid to gaseous state at will. I had theorized it could be a cloud of nanomachines, or perhaps even an insect swarm. However, those theories have proven false, while offering no new direction for my research.
Does anyone else feel like these cutscenes take too long for the autopsies? I feel like that. As you can see, bottom left, we've got Kilby and White have returned from their wounds. It's just effectively just waiting until they're all back up to health. We need to have soldiers with bonds, especially for a Chosen, because that really needs help. What I'm doing there is I'm just going to look around and see if I can get some more upgrades for my troops. I want them to be at the top fighting fits. We've got Hail of Bullets just bought there. Aim's not a bad one to go for, not as great as other stuff such as Hail of Bullets, which is also available, which I think we might go for. Run and Gun's not a bad one to go for either. Oh, we're going to go for Deadeye, very strong as well. Yeah, just we've got ability points. We might as well use them. We are at the stage though where we've spent a lot of our ability points over the last 2 levels, meaning that we can't really get the higher level ones. Like you saw, Rupture was on Kilby, which is excellent. There's a reason why it costs 25 AP points, because it is excellent. So let's try and take out the Warlock on this stage. So we're going to do a little bit more jiggling around of the troops. As you can see, we've got Kilby on the thing, but now he's got low will because he's just healed, but he still needs to recover his will. So it's whether or not I want to take low will characters. Also, some of the big ones like Fang is still wounded, Murtra is still wounded, Fuentes is still wounded, White has low will, Ashen's has full will, but also Ashen's is kind of a low character in terms of like his upgrades and stuff, and I don't really want to scroll down there too much, so I decided to go against it again. So second time attempted, nah, we need more healing. So I'm actually going to go to the Templar HQ, which allows me to heal all of my troops much faster. Motor morale's out, Spectral Autopsy all finished and done. So we got ourselves our refraction field, which will allow people to enter concealment straight away. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to do one of our shadow project finally. We're going to do the Black Site file. So the shadow projects are basically researches that are solely focused at the story, which means that we can't do any researches, which is fine, because that's the idea of it, but that's good. It's finally getting on track with the story, and before we can get all our people healed, before we can get all of our dudes into hitting the Chosen, we've got some guerrilla ops to do. So it looks like we're going to have to do a guerrilla op first, rather than having to do one of the Chosen strongholds. So we'll probably do that in a future episode in that case, which is exactly what we want to do. Also, for whatever reason, when the guerrilla ops happens, it changes the enemies, which means that there are currently no Vipers. So we've also lost that window completely. So maybe we should have gone there. Maybe we should have gone with just Lau and McEwen and then some of the noobs, just because those 2 troops are probably strong enough to take them all out. But that opportunity's completely gone. We've had to pass that on, so it looks like we're going to have to just go for it regardless, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. So the idea is to figure out where we're going to go. Potential for some intel, some supplies. So we've got quite a lot of supplies, 239, that's insane. For a field commander assassination as well, that's pretty good. Whereas this one just gives us a Colonel Ranger, which is also not bad, but it's also another Ranger. Chosen are much more likely to appear in combat. That's a good one to counter, considering the amount of them that we've come across. Okay, looks like that's not the one we're going to go for. So that will give us a ton of supply, a ton of everything really. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And this is the crew we're going to be taking: Smith, Toshiba, Kurosaki, Ashens, Fournier and Mises. The reason why is because we need to rest up the rest of our troops for a chosen assault. So let's go and see how they fare in Operation Steelchild.
Military officer will be moving through this area as part of a routine patrol. We have an opportunity here to completely disrupt Advent's command structure and delay their current operations. All we have to do is neutralize that officer. Menace 1-5, we're tracking the Advent General and his escorts, but we don't have an exact fix on their location. Sweep the area and eliminate the target along with any other hostiles that stand in your way.
So after Central gives his nice little briefing, we see that there are 2 things to worry about. The first is the sitrep, which is Psionic Storm, which means that basically every single person around is a psionic user. The second is the fact there's a gatekeeper right out of the entrance, so we're going to have to rest up and make sure that we can take him out. Luckily we do still have concealment. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with them there. So, moving our troopers around, got a scanning protocol, which is going to become very useful because it'll let us see all the enemies. We can see obviously enemy there, sectoid and gatekeeper. We're going to see if there's any more enemies around. Looks like we're at the bottom left of the map. It doesn't look like the scanning protocol has actually spotted anyone else in the vicinity, so it looks like the scanning protocol actually does have a limited range, and that's the only thing that we've seen. There's actually top right of the screen, just before, there were some red boxes, which mean that you get seen. Those alert eyes, they were up to the left hand side of the gatekeeper, up by where they're heading now. So it looks like there may have been some enemies over there, which I didn't spot at the time. So we have quite a few potential possibilities of how we can go about this, but right now it's not really the best place to end up in. The MP bomb would be a good thing, but we are not in range for that. Kurosaki's got the potential to Wraith. I've also given a Wraith suit to Smith and the War suit to Toshiba. 65% chance to hit, might as well go for it. Does manage to kill the sectoid straight up, so pretty good. That actually promotes us straight away. We're going to get the gatekeeper's going to come around. He's now in front of us, so got a nice good chance to shoot it. We're going to get Fournier to go around the side. She's going to spot if there's any more enemies, which there are not. 52% chance to hit. Just not even shooting where it needs to shoot, so that was kind of annoying and crap. 50% chance to hit with our new beam cannon, which does actually hit, shredding 4 armor, dealing 8 damage, so not bad. 62% chance to hit with Ashens, which misses, so we're missing a lot of shots. We can see that this is definitely the inexperienced team. Luckily with a hair trigger, get ourselves a free shot there, which does hit with 10 rounds and crits for 12 damage, so we are not doing too badly now. Potential for combat protocol, which will kill the gatekeeper, which is exactly what we're going to do. And that takes out the gatekeeper in the first turn. So, pretty lucky there. We managed to take everything out. Managed to take out an entire group. However, it looks like the Chosen has arrived, and that's not good. So he's got a bunch of things. He can teleport to taking damage, summon Advent Priest, reveals all concealed units which you don't have everything, regenerates lost health. He's Bewildered, which is nice, and his adversary's Templars, which we have none of. But yeah, having the Warlock here is not a good thing in the slightest. We have a B team. Look how much health he's got. Look how much armor he's got. It's not good. It's not good in the slightest. And we've still got a bunch of Sonic characters going around. Toshiba's currently burning. We're just going to hunker down. She's not actually lost any health, so that's good. Ashen's going to move up, see if he can spot any of the enemies. Doesn't spot anyone, so he's just going to go into Overwatch. Fournier is also going to go to Overwatch, whilst we get the rest of the team to move up. Go into Overwatch, get ourselves a nice firing arc position. We've got 5 turns before the general runs away. Now the timer, usually when the Chosen comes around, the timer stops. It only stops when we can see the Chosen. So right now, because we can't see him, it doesn't stop. So I've got myself into a nice position at the start here now. We've taken out one group of 2. There's still quite a few enemies around. We need to make sure that the Chosen can be visible so that the timer stops. He's right there. He's going to summon spectral zombies. Summon them in the darkness. We either need to spot the Chosen or spot the General, because that will allow us to do that. Ashen's going to move up. He's going to pick up the loot.
Target package secured.
Doesn't spot any additional enemies, so he's not going to do anything for now. Am I going to move up? I am going to move up. And I do actually spot the General, who's already at the end there. So he's all gold. There's also an Advent mech there who's gone into Overwatch. So we're going to have to take him out somehow. 100% chance to hit with Toshiba. That's not a bad thing. That's Kurosaki, not Toshiba. No, that is Toshiba. Nope, that is Kurosaki. Man, I'm really good at my names. I've made up all of these things as well. Ooh, potential rocket launcher from over there. Kurosaki's the sniper, Toshiba's the heavy. That's how I remember that. A really good rocket from Fournier there, taking out the armor on the mech. Smith going around the side.
I'm on it.
Just going to go into Overwatch from there. Mysis also got a potential. Probably would have been a good idea to maybe use a stun. 86%. Potential haywire. Probably 86 better to go. Yeah, going for killing the mech. So far, it's going well. I'm cautiously optimistic about how this is going at the moment. Decided to go with Toshiba now, around the side with a dash. So this is where the General comes around. It's going to shoot and miss at Ashen's, luckily for us. At that point the Chosen comes around the side, which will activate the timer for us, which is really nice. Can't complain with that. It also shows up one of the spectral projections. So, let's see how we deal with this. It's really not good. We've got a Mind Scorch to start with, which will... I don't know if it does damage. I know it... Yeah, it just dazes. But it actually bounces around and bounces and hit Ashen and Mysis, so we've got 2 dazed. And we've got a spectral zombie coming around, which gets shot at by... Yeah, good 10 shot, 10 damage done, that's really good. It's before he explodes as well, so that's not bad. With Spectral Rupture actually happening there, so that's great. Oh, another Spectral Zombie, so that's 3 in total, damn. So, not great, to be sure. But we are going to go around and revive Mysis, which will make him disorientated. Oh, a really good plasma grenade there. Oh, that's from Toshiba as well. That's a really good plasma grenade. I thought that was from Mysis for whatever reason. So completely taking out the, well, firstly the armor and also the cover. However, the Chosen does have Planeswalker, which means he just teleports behind our lines, which is not cool. That's one of the worst upgrades that you can get on a Chosen. Mysis going to go around the side. He's going to revive his bond mate. Get Ashen's out of there. I think I make a massive mistake with these. So we're going to yeah, I think I do. We're going to have a slash on this one. Slashing him down. He's dead. No problems. But I think the one that's ruptured, I think I'm just going to go to hit it and it might explode and deal damage to my own dudes. But for now, we do have a Chosen to deal with, so we're going to Wraith. This is where Wraith becomes amazing, because we can just use it to go around cover, flanking shot, 75%, a lot of damage done. Nice. Critical and poison for 13 damage. A very good strike. More Planeswalking puts the Chosen out of range completely. 100% chance to hit the Spectral Zombie. Going to shoot it. It's going to deal a lot of damage. Well, not a lot of damage, but damage enough. And reveals through the wall three of my most hated enemies. 3! So frustrating. So yeah, we can see that there's some Advent Priests out there. This is when it doesn't get great at all. We've got Plasma Grenade potential, hit 2 of the 3. Might as well go for it. I feel like that may not have been the best thing to do for actually. It'll remove some of their cover, so we might force them to move. But I feel like that might not have been the best reaction. I should have just focused on the Chosen really, on the General. But this is where this mission's going to start getting fun, because we've got a bunch of very low-willed people who are faced against Mind Control Central. So Mises gets mind controlled by the first priest. His disorientation gets removed though, so that's fun. We've got a stasis on Toshiba from this priest. God, I hate priests. This is my most hated level already. And another stasis, this time on Ashen's. So 3 of our troopers are now out of commission completely. One of the well, the General shoots as Fournier, luckily missing the shot there. The Chosen then gets his action. He's going to attempt to mind control at Fournier, successfully doing so. So I've got 4 operatives out. I've only got 2 operatives left in one turn, and it was going so well. So Toshiba, she has to go around, she has to somehow manage to get one of my guys free, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not this turn. 69% chance to hit this guy, or shoot my own dudes, but I don't know why you would want to do that. Let's go. That's not Toshiba, it's Kurosaki. Once again, I'm going to get these mixed up. It's because I'm just a bad person. 11% chance to hit that guy with her gun. She could grapple around. It probably, maybe if I had retreated. I don't know. I feel like I just misplayed General. 11% chance to hit. Does 3 damage for missing, because that's Xcom up, baby. It's all the upgrades that you can get. So stasis ending on both Ashen's and Toshiba. Sadly, we've got 2 of our troops that are now fighting against us. We've got another stasis on Toshiba. This time by the same priest that's mind controlling Mises, so that's 2 stasis in a row. This priest's going to go around the side. He's going to shoot at Ashen's, critically hitting him for 8. And then another shot at Ashen's. This time Ashen's bleeding out from the damage. Miser's going to go around the side. He's going to throw a grenade at our stasis operative, which is pointless, which is good, but also annoying because that's a grenade that I could have used. Also a shot from Fournier at Kurosaki up top. Doesn't do any damage. Well, it does 3 damage from missing. Warlock doesn't do any additional actions, which is nice. Got a reload from Smith. 30% chance to hit from there. She does not have very good chances to hit. But I might as well take them because it does 3 guaranteed damage. So, Kurosaki has to reload. She does get a free reload with her rifle. 100% chance to hit. Might as well just try and do the damage. It does critical 13. So, doing okay. I probably should have retreated. Toshiba back from the stasis. That's the second stasis that she's had to deal with. She gets shot at and critically injured by the priest over there. Next priest is also going to try and mind control Toshiba now. We've still got a bleeding out Ashen's. Mind control, and Toshiba is now mind controlled. And then a priest goes around the side, going to shoot at Kurosaki, doing 6 damage to her.
Your soldiers cannot last forever, Commander.
And Mises goes around. He's going to shoot, and shoots and kills Kurosaki. Oh, he did the guaranteed damage. Fair enough. So, this went... I think the word tits up is actually appropriate in this circumstance. Luckily, well, I say luckily, like, misses with Fournier, but to an extent does damage, so that's annoying. Luckily, mind controls are now over, so we've got access to 3 of our troopers out of the potential 6 that we did have. We've lost 1 trooper, got 1 bleeding out. Ashen's probably not going to make it out, not gonna lie. So we're just going to go and try and take out the Chosen. Doing critical 12 damage, he's going to teleport away. As you can see, in those turns where we did shoot him, he regained so much health. It's very frustrating. It's why regeneration and Planeswalker are very powerful abilities. I need to get to a point with Smith where she can actually do damage to these Chosen, and not to Chosen, well, to any of the enemies really. She's going to Wraith. I'm going to try and get her into a position where she can do damage. I've Wraith now, so I feel like that was maybe not the best thing to do.
What's over there?
But she's going to go through the wall, she's going to go around the side, get Overwatched in the process, which luckily misses. With 30% being the best chance. We can grapple, but there's nothing to grapple to. So for now we're not going to be able to do anything. Luckily we have Fournier and Mises back with an 82% chance to hit the general, but we're not going to go for that because we need to take out the priests. So we're going to go around the side. We've got a nice 100% flanking shot on the priest, which we shouldn't go for that one. What are you doing? What are you doing? What was that? I don't deserve this. Why? You had a 100% chance to kill 1 priest, so what? 30%. Oh my god, 30%. What are you doing? What are you doing? You had a chance to kill it. Oh my god, we're lucky. I say lucky. 9 damage done with poisoned. Sadly goes into stasis, but it gives us Toshiba back. So I guess it paid off, but I feel like it was a really bad decision in general. So, Toshiba is going to retreat around the side over there. Going to try and go for one of the priests. 57% chance. Hits and stasis again. These priests are so frustrating. The amount of stasis going on at the moment. On the plus side, they'll be killed next turn if I do damage to them, but god damn, they're so annoying. They are so strong. But yeah, we're going to have to somehow manage to get around the side. Luckily missing Toshiba there.
Incoming over here!
And then this priest going around the side is going to stasis Mises. So we've lost another warrior for a while, and we've got another stasis, this time on Toshiba. So, fun. Riveting gameplay. It is, my heart is in my mouth at the moment, the amount of stuff going around. The general going around the side over there, he's going into Overwatch. The Warlock coming around also. Is he going to do another mind control, or is he going to just sprint? Looks like he's just going to sprint. Ashen's is about to die, but there's no way we can get him around, so we're not going to even attempt it. Smith not really in the best position here either. She's going to have to get to a position where she can actually do stuff. She is still in Wraith. We've got another Overwatch. I keep forgetting he's in Overwatch. Luckily misses there. She does guaranteed 3 damage on a miss. Paul, come on. Instead going to go for the Chosen, doing 13 critical damage to the Chosen. He is going to teleport around. Teleporting into a very frustrating flanking position. Fournier also does guaranteed damage on a miss. Oh, yes she does, I'm pretty sure. So she gets that guaranteed 3 damage, which does manage to kill that priest. Which gives us Mises back. And Toshiba is also not in stasis. Oh, it's because it's the end of the turn. I guess actually the stasis wasn't from that guy. Get another mind control. This time on Mises, who gets mind controlled. Maybe I should have taken mind shields this entire battle. I feel like I was so unprepared for this. A shot at Toshiba once again misses. We are getting lucky from that aspect, but we also have lost quite a bit from that end. A reload from the general means that he's basically pointless. We've got a teleport ally, so the priest is going to be teleported right by the Chosen, and a spectral army from the Warlock will bring forth, I think it's some, what are they called, not elite troopers, the guys with swords. How do I not remember this thing? stun lancers, there we go, except they're spectral stun lancers. So they're going to go around, they can shoot stuff, they can stab things. There's a lot of enemies. Ashen's is dead. The loot that is dropped, the one that you picked up earlier. We've got an EMP bomb which isn't going to do any damage, so there's no point. However, she can go around here, hopefully get a nice shot on something. Well, it's 60s and stuff, isn't it? It's not really great. 49% chance. Shooting at the priest does manage to hit with the dodge, which will kill the priest, which means that Mises is no longer mind controlled, so that's good. We've managed to get one of the priests down. That's for 2 in total. We've still got 1 priest running around, we've still got the warlock, still got the general, still got a bunch of the stun lancers. Yeah, it's not going great, so we're going to go with Fournier on the side, killing one of the spectral stun lancers. Smith, not with a great chance. She does have the potential to go up, which is exactly where she's going to go. Very, very ballsy to go around the side there, get a good shot on the general, which we do need to take out at some point, doing 5 damage because he dodged, but we are poisoning him. And then around the side there for Mises, who gets good cover as well as a flanking shot on the priest. So that's exactly what he's going to go for, doing 9 damage, which will burn the priest from the flank. So there's still nowhere near out of the woods. This could go either way at this point. We've taken a lot of serious damage and we are completely out in the open. Luckily, priests do all of the enemies are missing, which is really, really nice, although I don't know for how long more they're going to be doing that. The general goes around and goes into Overwatch. The spectral stun lancer goes for Smith, which does 4 damage as well as dazing her, which is not good. And then going for Fournier as well, doing 3 damage but not dazing her. So we've only got 3 troopers again, going between 2 and 3 available operatives. Fournier is going to go up, shooting at the trooper there. Does manage to successfully get him. 100% chance to hit. Got a promotion as well there for Fournier. Managing to kill that one too, so that's good. We needed to kill all of them before we could actually hit the Chosen. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. And then Toshiba's going to shoot him for 13 damage. However, he's going to Planeswalk. Puts him over there. The Overwatch isn't used. This priest is still alive. And in the alien turn, the priest is going to retreat over there. He's going to attempt to do a mind control on Toshiba, which will most likely succeed. Oh, it didn't succeed.
Try harder.
Amazing, it actually worked. And then the general's going to go around to shoot at Toshiba, and luckily misses. So we're doing good in that sense. However, Smith is dazed, so we're going to lose information, and that's how the warlock's going to get removed. So unlucky for us in a sense, mostly because we really could have used that AP. It feel like it would have been better. But yeah, so Smith, low damage or low health left. The warlock has been placated, I guess, but it's just not good. It's just not a great mission in general. It's went all over the place. 60% chance to hit. Doing 3 damage to the priest, which is going to go into stasis. God, I hate stasis. We've still got to kill the general as well. 16% chance to do damage with an EMP bomb as well. What we're going to do is we're going to get Shiva to go around the side into cover so that she can get a better shot. 90% chance. At this point I might as well go for it, but I'm going to go into Overwatch. Fournier is going to go around the side. I feel like we've... Not that we've got this in the bag now, but it's very unlikely that we're going to get defeated, although we've only 2 turns left. Stasis being cast on Smith, which is actually a good thing because Smith is on really low health, which means that she can't get damaged. So the general's going to have to go around. He does get Overwatch fired by both of our heavies, getting hit for 4 damage and then getting hit massively by Mises. Does shoot at and deal damage to Mises, who's taken quite a big of a hefty blow, but I think we may have this now. Miser's going to go around the back to try and get a flanking shot. He is going to go into cover there to do that. With an 82% chance on the priest, which he might as well go for. Does kill the priest, leaving only the general left. And Toshiba like both of these guarantee damage, and for whatever reason, I'm having a look to see whether or not that still counts. This is exactly what I'm going to do. I can't believe I didn't realise like how we did that, but yeah, we kill it off. He actually dodges rather than missing the shot. So successfully doing the mission, but bloody hell, at what cost?
If I'm honest, Major, I don't want to talk about this right now. I don't know if you saw, but we lost 2 of our finest operatives out there today, and the only reason that this was the case was because you needed to make sure the A-team was well rested to take on the Chosen. The Chosen was right there. What's the point of your fancy purple scanning room if it doesn't tell you that the Chosen are coming? Just know, Major, the blood of those 2 is on your hands.
The squad return from the travesty that was the last mission. Left with 6, come back with 4. Did get 3 promotions, but bit of a bittersweet, isn't it? Smith upgrades though up to a ranger because, you know, we don't have a surplus of those. Fournier does go up to lieutenant, which you can get hollow targeting, which would have been really helpful, and Mises goes up to captain. He's going to go for covering fire, which is pretty damn good upgrade. Still though, quite bittersweet. Do get a bunch of supplies though, as well as some loot and other things, and the gatekeeper autopsy. But yeah, a lot of supplies. Also, the Warlock, for whatever reason, reminds us that Van der Voort is still captured, which is fair enough. 320 supplies, a bunch of intel, quite a bit of Illyrium, and no alloys whatsoever. So that's a pain. But never mind, eh? So that's a bunch of wounded that we need to redo. But yeah, for now we've got a bunch of money. Can we spend it on anything is the question, really. No, I don't think we can. We don't have any alloys. Alloys? Alloys.
The Chosen talk as if they were just like us.
But yeah.
For all we know, they
Can
might
do a bit
have
of
been
upgrades,
us
maybe?
before the elders got to them.
Oh, fully restore an operative. Oh, that's not a bad choice. Bunch of combat tactics. That's actually not a bad choice. I don't understand why I haven't had those yet. Actually, this is quite a good bunch of stuff we can have. So we spent most of our supplies already, mostly because we don't have the alloys to spend it on anything else. If we had alloys, which we now do, and it probably would have been a better thing to go for, could have done that. I think that's what we're going to go for now. Although there is a heavy weapon still down there that we could continue our search to get, which we will do at some point because we need to. Cover operation gives us 2 Illyrium cores, gives us more cover actions to do as well. So we're going to focus on other stuff. Got some alien loot, which is definitely needed, and what we're going to go for. So all of our bottom ends of the list here is wounded, probably very low will, but we're going to hand them off then. Going to send Shalong and White there. We've got some intel to reduce capture. We are actually going to do that because we don't want another soldier captured on top of what we've already got. Training center so that we can get ourselves a bond between Ahmed and Fang. Might as well go for it. I think that's a level 2 bond. Yep, it is. So that's all good as well. We can continue our search for alien alloys. Chosen sabotage failed. We are getting pretty lucky with those because there's a lot of chosen activities that fail, except for the trainings. We complete our development of a spark unit. Spark units are not that great. Oh, they are, but they're not. I feel like we've got, because I haven't activated the spark mission, we don't really see how amazing they are. But we've got one now. Probably a waste because I'm not going to use it, or I might use it later down the line. I definitely don't in the episodes I've so far recorded.
Sounds good, Commander.
So never mind. But we are going to go for the experimental powered weapon now, which is definitely something I will be using because we have a war suit and the experimental powered weapons are really strong. Sonic training for Void Rift completed with Engen, so now we can go for Sustain Stasis or Inspire. At this point, I'm not sure whether or not Engen is like we need to continue upgrading, but regardless. And we complete our project.
Still can't believe it's come to this.
I truly hope those gruesome images are the worst of what we find today.
They're slaughtering us, Doctor. What could be worse?
We're about to find out. I've patched the shadow chamber directly into the ship's computer. It's been sifting through the material we recovered non-stop since our return, cataloging sequences.
Genetic sequences in near infinite combinations, yet all bearing similar genetic markers. Human markers.
There must be thousands of them.
Tens of thousands, and the procedure is still nowhere near complete.
Which is why we need the ship's computer to find out where they came from, by cross-referencing them with the data we've managed to hack from the Advent network. It's an admission file from one of the gene therapy clinics.
Avatar. Just what exactly is in that vial?
In my worst nightmares, I would never have imagined.
Doctor.
I believe we have found the missing civilians.
That's impossible.
The gene clinics. Millions of people just looking for help.
Medically screened and selected. Suitable candidates taken to that contemptible facility to be processed, refined into the material we now possess.
But why do this?
I could not begin to fathom a guess at this point. There exists no research that would ever warrant this.
It's genocide, Doctor. And these people are walking right into it. We may not know what they're doing with this stuff, but I think I can find out where it's going. Got it. It's a high-security production facility. Standard defensive complement.
Then I strongly suggest we pay them a visit, Commander.
Agreed. The information we gain could prove invaluable towards stopping the aliens' true agenda.
So we've now unlocked the black site file coordinates. So we're going to do some research very quickly. We're actually going to do an autopsy for the gatekeeper.
This specimen, henceforth referred to as the Gatekeeper, seems to harbor considerable psionic power. As with the alien's other unique biomechanical field unit, it will take some time to decipher the systems involved in its function.
The gatekeeper autopsy being in the works, we're going to continue our stage. So we've got quite a few wounds have been healed, bonds trained up, so we're in pretty good position overall. I mean, the loss of those operatives in the last mission, although they were big, like they weren't that big. I know that feels horrible to say, but from an actual number standpoint, they were low level, so it's just a pain. Right, so in any case, we're going to try and do the Black Site File mission just to advance the story, get us up and at them. We do have a need to make contact first, which is good because that's what we wanted to do anyway. Dark event completed collateral damage, which means that enemies do get additional things. It's like we got even more alien cores there from the assorted loot, which is not exactly what I was going for. I kind of wanted to go for alloys rather than cores, although the cores are useful, as is everything you can collect really, but alloys is really what I want. We can get more intel, which is definitely not a valid thing to go for. So we're going to get Smith on the job, as well as another soldier which gets additional hacking. We're going to go with Mises, who already has quite a high hacking ability. We, for whatever reason, put our scientist that was in the lab there, so now we're going to have to put another one in. But yeah, so that's that. We're going to hopefully get ourselves more intel, because we've got 0 intel at the moment. We actually spent all of our intel on making contact here, so that's fun. The autopsy gets completed, which gives us access to SciAmps, I believe. Yeah, the top tier SciAmp, as well as power conduit construction, which is completely pointless. Although it's power conduit upgrade, so it's not completely pointless, but still not amazing. And rather than going for any of the autopsies, we're just going to go for the next shadow chamber research, which I think is the Codex Brain. So that's what we're going to be doing in that thing here. Then I'm going to go back into it, going to continue making contact. Got more PSYOP done with Enkin. We could just stop at this point. I mean, it's good to continue trading. Domination is actually really good, so I guess we are going to continue. Domination, very strong. Although there's a reason why you can only be using once per battle. But yeah, very strong ability. Continue making contact, and actually we're going to get the 54 intel from the covert op and a supply drop coming shortly. So lots of things happening. We probably should have built more PCSs. I feel like looking on our entire progress, if we look back on all of the episodes that we've done so far, I feel like I've misplayed several times on the covert actions on what I could have done in this sense. I mean, I've done several misplays. That's just what it's like. That's just how it is in this. The decision of who to get the upgrade or the free promotion, which is very rare to come across, gave it to a lieutenant to captain, which probably shouldn't have done. I need to migrate more PCSs, or I need to not give random, give corpses that I need to upgrade my dudes. Anyway, supply drop done. The assassin doesn't level up her box. The warlock does, however. And he's going into training, and then the hunter almost at the top as well, with his retribution starting. Nothing additional that we want to do here for our resistance orders, so we're just going to continue on, make that contact, or get the blaster launcher, which is the strongest weapon in the game, make the contact, and then go for the black site vial area, which is going to be very strong. There's a Viper up there, which is very nice. We're just going to check the stronghold, see if there's any Vipers, but there aren't, so it'd be better for us to go for the black site vial in general, just get those Vipers to get that nano med kit, and then move on. So when that's done, we're going to pick up our troops, going to get them all done. 175 supplies in the process. Going to use Farlogo, Lau, McEwen, Kilby, Grey and Vemo. Hopefully we're not going to take as many losses as we did in the last mission, especially now we've got the A team on the job. But yeah, we're going to see how we fare in the next episode.
This is Avenger. The facility is in range. Move to investigate.
I've fitted your armor with all new sound and movement cameras, designed specifically to see what is going on in this facility. It will also make sure that if you come across another one of those rulers, that we will get instant feedback on their abilities and dimensions. Right, well, good luck. Don't take any risks, don't let them surprise you.